What's up, YouTube? Soy el güero paisa. Got a couple stories I want to mention on here. One of them is about Crips backing up the Southsiders and CSP Solano back in like 1999, 2000, around there, um, against the Norteños, which is a trip because normally you won't see that because the Crips and the Southsiders are always going at it in LA, so there's no love lost there. But Dre, the lifer that was in that building, he was a lifer, Crip. I don't know which neighborhood he was from. Cool dude, like the dude. He did some cool stuff for me. Like I already had my what do you call it? 2 weeks to the house and you don't do shit. You just stay home. You don't have to go to work. You don't have to go to school. I forgot what they call it. Um, Basically, so my fucking little black and white TV broke. Was it a black and white? Yeah, I think it was black and white. It broke. It stopped working. And like right when I got my 2 weeks where I don't have to do shit, where I'm just gonna be chilling, right? Man, Dre, the lifer, the Crip, for the shot caller for the Crips in that building, cool dude. Like I said, he fixed it, bro. Don't tell me how. That fool was a wizard with shit like that. He fixed it, and it was cool. He fixed it, and at the end of it, I told him, "What I owe you, Dre?" He said, "No, you're good, Weddle. Don't trip." I'm like, "Oh man, I want to get him something, because this is the way it is. And I'm going home in 2 weeks. That fool fixed my TV. I gave him like a jar of coffee or something. He didn't ask for nothing, but I just put a jar of coffee later on his bunk and I left it there. Because I was gonna give that TV to a paisa that was a lifer from Guadalajara. He was a lifer. I don't know what happened to his TV, but he needed one. So I'm getting ready to give him that TV probably a few days before I go home. So Dre hooked it up, man. Dre told me, make sure you when you get out, Weddle, you go have Pink's hot dogs for him. And I did. I definitely did. That was cool. Um, with that said, another story mentioning Dre, the lifer Crip that was in building 23, yard 4. He was the lifer, shot caller for the Crips in that building. I don't know what gang he was from. He got along with everybody though. Cool dude. Um, how he backed up the Southsiders, it was a trip. In that prison, there was way more Norteños than there were Southsiders, right? And then there was way more Paisas than there was Norteños and Sureños, or Southsiders. There was so way more Paisas than anybody, Raza speaking. Um, and we never had a lot of funk with the Norteños. We didn't have no funk at all with the Southsiders up there. Only one incident with the Norteños, and we took care of it. But back to the story with Dre and the Southsiders. So the Southsiders had a cubicle in Building 23. Like, I don't know, it wasn't A, maybe it was A, all the way in the corner on the bottom tier. They had putting Los Angeles up, LOS, spelled it out in some like old English letters or something. Put it on the wall over their bed area. And the Norteños weren't having that. They were like, no, they're no. So I guess they reached out to the Southsiders and told them you can't have that. And then Dre heard what they were saying, and then Dre was tripping like, what do you mean they can't have LA up? I'm from Los Angeles. You gonna tell me I can't have Los Angeles up on my wall? They got to take shit down. He was telling the Southside, don't take it down. And not that they were gonna take it down, but he was telling them, you ain't gotta take the shit down. So the Norteños and the Crips were having words, right? So it's getting crazy. Like, am I gonna see like Southsiders and Crips going out like Norteños? I'm fucking crazy. That would be crazy. But it was a trip to see that the Dre stuck up for what he felt was too much. But you got to give it like this. Be honest. I'm sure some places where most of the prisons are way more Southsiders than there is Norteños, and I'm sure same shit was happening there, or things similar like don't take your shirt off. I heard about that. So it was good to see that. It was like refreshing to see that. I guess you can call it refreshing. To see Dre do that. At the end of the day, it's a trip because the Southsiders did not take it down. From what I remember, they did not take it down. Well, that night they went to sleep and they got rushed while they were asleep. Fucked them up. I don't think they used a weapon. Maybe they did. But it was like a lock and a sock. Maybe. I think that's what they might have used. So it wasn't. They didn't get fucked up that bad. They got fucked up just because they caught slipping, and neither one of them was taking guy or watching out, and during that little corner too. So, and there was only like probably 6 Sureños, Southsiders in that whole building compared to like 14, 15, 16 Norteños. Paisas, we had about 40, 35. So it was a trip to see that the Crips Dre stuck up for, man. That was a trip, man. Dre was cool though. That was a cool prison. I'll tell you why. And not for the gang part of it. I'm gonna mention Los Angeles, but just being from Los Angeles, it was like an LA car in a sense, right? Like if you're from LA, there was like a lot of mutual respect between you and the Crips that were from LA. It was not necessarily homies, but no problems at all. And the blood, same thing. You're from LA and we're from LA. We got along well. Um, and it was like that even with Southsiders, because there was only a few of them. And like I said, Dre was backing him up, a lifer, and like he willing to, like looked like he was willing to get down over this shit. You know, he's a lifer. I'm sure he got out now, hopefully. But that was a trip to see that, and refreshing. Like I said, that prison was cool in that sense. I had cool conversation with Norteños because they knew I was from LA. They probably didn't think I was a real paisa or that I wasn't like running paisa. They probably thought I was running paisa because I don't want to be a gang member or I don't want to be with the Woods. I don't want to be with the Woods. No disrespect. They are who they are. I am who I am, and that is it. And I respect them. I respect them who they are. That's it. But with that, I don't know. It was a trip to see all this stuff going down there. And there. It was like everybody pretty much got along. The Norteños would hit me up and say like, "How is Los Angeles?" They couldn't like at least the guy I was speaking to, he couldn't comprehend how there's so many gangs, and I had to tell him it's every other street there's a gang, homie. So, and right here you got farm area in between. So it is what it is. With that, my camera's gonna die. Peace. I'm out.